A lot of people misquote, if your eye causes you to sin, pluck it out. Now you got to understand causes you to sin. What if your hand ain't causing you to sin? You cut it off. You only cut off the pieces that cause you to sin. Is God saying literally cut your hand off? If that's the case, might be the case, might be literal for some of you. But it's a spiritual thing. Pray for deliverance from those things that cause you to sin. It's simple. You have not because you ask not. A lot of us don't want to get rid of certain things in our life, me included. I ain't lying to you. I can't lie. It's not in me to lie to you. There's things in my life I'm sure God wants gone. And I'm still trying to pray them things away. But I'm stubborn. And it's not because I'm a bull leader. It's because I'm a human being. You understand? You see that right there? How I just threw that Torah stuff out there? Yeah, I'm just saying it's been embedded. Man, I want to do away with all that stuff. I don't want that. But it comes out sometimes. Everywhere you go, what your sign is? It's been embedded in it so long. I don't think your sign got nothing to do with how you are. Just being real with you. You are who you are. Stop blaming your horoscope on everything. You understand? If it causes you to sin, you see, I just use something simple as the horoscope. It causes you to sin. It's caused you to trust in something other than God. But God does speak through people. Oh. So God speaks through horoscopes. No, he speaks through people. Do you understand what I'm saying? And if he's speaking to a person, he's got to line up with him. And none of his people use horoscopes or tarot cards. None of his people use things such as that. So if you're going through these type people to be spoken to by God, you're probably not being spoken to by God. Just being real, because his people didn't use those tools. They got direct contact to God. His people didn't use how to interpret the dreams through books. They used the most high God to interpret a matter. They called to him. Lord, help me understand this. A lot of y'all are seeking worldly resources because it says fact. It says it's real. I know people will be like, well, you think the Bible is real? Well, I have testimonies and other such things that proves that God is real. That's why I believe in the Holy Bible. That's why I believe in it. There's so many things. It's like a perfect book put together by a perfect God. That's all I need to know. Do you understand what I'm saying? And you know it's true because so many people are waking up to it. Some people want to deny it. No matter how much truth they find, no matter how much evidence the world shows you in regards to truth in the Bible, they discredit it. Because you got people like Andrew, whatever his name is, that scientific supposed genius who don't know nothing. You understand? There's a lot of scientists out there don't know nothing. You know, man, y'all got to pay attention in this world, though. If you want to get right, it's only one way to get right. Can I repeat myself right quick? It's only one way to get right. By listening to what Jesus says. What do you mean? Old and new. He said, read the Old Testament. They all testify of me. So for y'all to keep trying to do away with the Old Testament, you're doing away with the testament of Jesus Christ. All those trying to do away with the laws, you're doing away from the laws of God and Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit. You're doing away with his ways. You're not doing away with my ways. You're doing away with his ways. You know what I'm saying? If people want to observe everything, so be it. But you can't justify yourself through the law. That's what people say. You can't justify yourself through the law. Nobody can. I know the 10 Commandments, but does that justify you? How you walk, act, talk, do justifies you. He said everybody will be judged according to their works. Whether your works are evil, whether your works are righteous. You will be judged by according to your works, your testament. Do you understand? Don't do away with the testament. Don't do away with the commandments. Don't do away with none of it. You understand? Why? Because Jesus said so. Till all be fulfilled. When all fulfilled, we don't need the 10 Commandments no more. Why you don't need the 10 Commandments no more when all fulfilled? Because you made it. And if you didn't make it, it's too late. When all is fulfilled and you find yourself in heaven, you know that you live a life pleasing to the Lord. No telling who's going to be there. Glory be to God. We got work to do. And Jesus is telling us how to work. He tells us very specifically. If you love me, you keep my words. But I know people love one line. They'll read one line. Well, what the Lord says this. They won't cross-reference the Bible. He said, rightly dividing the word of truth. I mean, you might have to read Mark 5, 6, and then go over to Luke 11, 12, or whatever, and connect the dots. But he wants you to study inside the book to get the words to combine, not outside of it. You understand? He wants you to get an outside source, because he gave you the source. That's what's wrong with everybody today. Everything you need to know is in that Bible. You know, I'm telling you, man, like, my daughter's at the age that she's interested in college. I'm not really a college fanatic, but if that's what she want to do, she can do it. But I know what's going to happen when she get there. All this doctrine, all these things. Well, they said this. Well, they said that. It's right back to the child 3-year-old phase. Why? Stick to the word. That's why. Stick to the word of God. All the other stuff cannot save you. Knowing what an atom is can't save you. Knowing what a neutron is can't save you. Knowing what your DNA is can't save you. Science can't save you. The Lord can. It's simple, people. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light. Nobody goes through the Father except through him. Only way you can get to the Father. So if you get to the Father through Jesus Christ, you might want to listen to his words and really dissect them and really pray on them and ask God to reveal to you what his perfect will is for your life and the life of those who he sends you to reach. You are a light in this world. And make sure that light that's in you is not darkness. There's a lot of people that spread the gospel that spread more darkness than light. You see, a light is designed to shed darkness. A light is designed to shed light in the darkness to uncover things. That's what a light is. You go into a dark room with no light on, you don't see nothing. But then when you shed a light on it, you see everything. You see that side of the place. You see a bowl that's dirty. You see all those things. That's what light does. Light shines and opens your eyes, opens the eyes of others. That's what light is designed to do. Do you understand what I'm saying? A lot of people are walking in darkness, don't even realize it. I watched one video, the dude said basically fornication is almost anything. He broke down fornication to anything. Basically, you can divorce over anything. If you believe that you are foolish or unlearned, whatever, or maybe unstable and twisting the scripture to what's beneficial to your congregation, you ought to see how many amens he got when he said you can divorce for more than one thing besides fornication. That's not what Christ just said. What did Christ say? Only for fornication. Do you understand? Fornication. So for you to put fornication in a way that is multiple things, it's kind of confusing. I'm just being real. It is confusing. If you read in your dictionary what fornication is, it tells you what it is. And Jesus went even further. Look over someone and lust after them. You committed adultery with them in your heart. But does that mean you can divorce over looking at somebody? Because that's not the same as fornication. You got physical fornication, which the Bible talks about and explains in great detail. You or your body is the temple of God. So you selling your body to a harlot? You and her will be made one flesh. So fornication is any sex outside of marriage. It's simple. Then you got eye lust of the eyes. So you got to pray for your eyes. To get God to fix your eyes. That's why God wants you to have a wife. And start loving her and cherishing her how you should. Does it make sense? Let me pause and I will continue.